People often think that math applications involve rigorous calculations. I'm trying to show that this is not the only form of application. I'm currently working through The Curse of the Prime Bloom, a short illustrated chapter story written for grades 6 through 9. The idea is to share the complexities of Goldbach's conjecture through storytelling. This video aims to provide some of the technical hurdles and initial thoughts of how I might overcome them. Technical breakdown. The Curse of the Prime Bloom. Target audience is United States grades 6 through 9. Book description. Explore Goldbach's conjecture through a fantasy story. A typical spell goes horribly wrong when a few strangers running for their lives stumble across an active prime ritual. They become intertwined in a unique form of combining magic that creates a creature of chaos, a prime bloom. The prime bloom spreads rapidly, forcing most of the civilization to leave their homes, sending our protagonist on their journey to save their home. Technical hurdles. The story is full of technical writing challenges. Goldbach's conjecture remains unproven, showing a gap in our mathematical understanding. Formal definitions and technical jargon can make it difficult to understand a direct connection to the story. Another technical challenge is foreign environments and perspectives. To breathe life into math concepts requires a completely foreign landscape. In this foreign space, shapes communicate, sounds have colors, smells are visible, and many more unintuitive ideas and concepts. We typically associate such a thing with drug abusers. As such, the experience feels foreign and requires sober reality to help ground the reader in believability. I think math provides the means for doing this. Another perspective that opposes the human experience is a mismatch of emotions. For example, joy at a time when fear seems more appropriate. However, this story attempts to tell semi-accurate animal perspectives. So where a friend's death might be unwelcome, the moment provides comfort and food for the scavenger. Finding wholesome ways to describe a scavenger eating a friend for comfort is disconcerting and jarring, to say the least. This creates opposing emotional views of human experience. It will be challenging to ensure the reader feels aligned with the emotions while also keeping content within the target audience. Technical challenge approach. To ensure I don't include any spoilers, I've left out a lot of details of this technical challenge approach, but I wanted to provide highlights to show what this process looks like. The unproven Goldbach's conjecture offers opportunities for exploration. In writing Arithmetic Island: The Cursed Dragon, I learned to get comfortable with allowing false assumptions to exist within the story. Stories are learning journeys. In order for learning to exist, there needs to be a false view. Otherwise, the story feels closer to a textbook, or it's rather boring, because nothing really happens. To tackle this hurdle, we allow the characters to make mistakes and see how those mistakes play out in the story. Rather than tackling the full conjecture, we can explore a single scenario. For example, 11 is the first number which does not have a sum of two primes. The ritual will include 11 characters that combine into a single entity. This creates the prime bloom, which sends our protagonists on their journey to fix the problem. To avoid formal definitions, we introduce characters and focus on the magic being performed. This means the background of each character may take some time to build up. We can ground the reader by providing comforting moments that feel human and allow connection. For example, the aftermath of a challenging battle needs to be felt. Focusing on a few concepts instead of the whole overcomes this hurdle. Combining magic with prime magic is critical for the story. Providing the reader with an initial understanding of these concepts and then mixing in lore, myths, and legends provides depth to the world and also hints at other stories outside of this one. The advanced technical elements of the project make it challenging to do at a mid-grade level. It may take some trial and error to get it right. Thoroughly thinking out the world-building elements and plot are critical for success. That's the next part that I want to explore. Video wrap-up. This process required logical thought and abstract pattern recognition. Thus, math did play a role in this part of my writing journey. How much exactly, it's difficult to define. However, keep in mind that in math class we are developing problem-solving skills. As the writer, I am creating the problem and the tools that are necessary to solve it. This feels similar to axiomatic systems in mathematics. These systems provide assumed truths, and then we work within those truths to understand the system. Writers do this to tell compelling stories. Though it might not be easy to explain how math relates to writing, there are subtle cues that are sprinkled throughout the process, hinting at mathematical thoughts and processes being leveraged. Thanks for watching.